add more margins. Alright, good evening everybody. My name is Oshari. A lot of you know me as Ocean, and I am your host for tonight. As usual, I have my co-host here, Leader Judge. Leader Judge is a V4 rank in RoyalQ. Before we proceed, I don't think we have any new members, but if you're a new member here, you're just joining for the first time and you do not have an activated robot, please type new on the chat box so that we can welcome you and do a brief introduction. You're a new member here, you do not have an activated robot. You were invited here by somebody who loves you very much and wants to show you a real business. Safe, secure business. You're new here, you do not have an activated robot. Please type new on the chat box. Just type new on the chat box so we can do a brief introduction about what this amazing business is about and how we make money. Alright, Oluchi Jude, you are welcome. You're welcome to today's Zoom and you're welcome to our midst. Do we have any new person here? Any other new person here? You do not have an activated robot? Do we have any other prospect here? Any other new person here? You do not have an activated robot? Please type new on the chat box so we can do a brief introduction about what RoyalQ is and also welcome you. Alright, yeah, like I said earlier, my name is Oshari and I am your host for tonight. I am a V3 rank in RoyalQ and I have my co-host here, Leader George, who will be taking us on today's topic and also doing a brief introduction about what RoyalQ is about. Leader George is a V4 rank in RoyalQ, and I'd like to invite Leader George. Before I do that, if you're listening to us from our YouTube channel, and you would like to get started, you've listened to the introduction that is about that Leader George is about to do. Listen to the introduction on what RoyalQ is about and you'd like to get started, please hit the link in our bio and would get you started on how to activate your robot, guide you on how to activate your robot, and also teach you how to start trading using the robot. You're listening to us from our YouTube channel. There's a link in our bio. Click on it and chat us on WhatsApp and we will get you started on this amazing cryptocurrency journey. Alright, Leader George, you're welcome and you can take it from here. Good evening, Leader George.
Good evening, all. Wow. You're welcome to today's Zoom. Well, the number of participants is discouraging. That is discouraging. Considering the topic we want to treat today. Sherry, if I'm the one organizing this Zoom, I would have just postponed today's Zoom. Because today's topic is very, very vital, and we are having just 13 participants. Okay, welcome our new member, our new prospects. You're all welcome to today's Zoom. If you are hearing about RoyalQ for the first time, RoyalQ is a business that generates passive income It generates passive income. It means RoyalQ does not is not guaranteed that RoyalQ will give you a daily return on investment. It works accordingly with the crypto markets. So if crypto markets do well, any day crypto markets will do well, the crypto market is volatile, going up, coming down, going down, coming up. RoyalQ will be buying and selling and making passive. That's why they use passive business. It's not a business that when you start, you're expecting so a fixed return tomorrow or in a week's time. No. But RoyalQ assures or promise that when once cryptocurrency market is well and it's volatile, that means it's going up, it's coming down. It's not that sometimes you see crypto in a week, Bitcoin will just be in a particular crypto will just be in a particular price for a week. So with that, when crypto is not volatile, RoyalQ tends not to make profits. So if you are joining us, you should know that this business, the vision of this business is a long-term business. That is why the registration is $120 for 1 year. You register it for 1 year. So it's not a business because you can join today and crypto can remain unstable for 1 week, 2 weeks. So the vision is not for you to make sharp money. The vision is a generational wealth business. So it's a business that once you start, you give it the attention, meaning there might come a time that it will need you to add more more capital to your business, like expanding the business. So it's a business that because some people have this positive scheme mindset that if they don't make profit today, they cannot expand their business, they cannot add more capital to their business because they have not seen profit. Some people they just get discouraged on this business if they don't see capital, if they don't see profits under 1 week. No, you paid shop rent for a year in this business. With $120, you have paid for the robots to work for you for 1 year. So why will you get discouraged if crypto, the crypto international market stays not volatile for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Why will you get discouraged about a business you paid for 1 year? So the first things first is understanding knowledge about this business. If you are hearing about RoyalQ for the first time, you know that RoyalQ works with cryptocurrency movements. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, have its seasons. That is why you see people getting worried now that Bitcoin is going down are people that don't know about cryptocurrency season. Because if you know about cryptocurrency season, that is when you should be happy buying the dip. The only time you will be worried is when you don't have money to buy your margin calls. You don't have money to buy more quantity of that coin the robot is trading for you. That is only when you should be worried. You should not be worried when coins are going down in this season. This season is the bull season of cryptocurrency. It happens every 4 years. And we are just starting the fourth year now of this season. We are just starting. This is 2024. It will move from now in 2025. So if coins are going down now for 3 to 4 weeks, why are you disturbed? Why are you worried? when you should be happy that coins are going down, your robot is buying more margin. You should be happy. Okay? So the business is the passive business that makes profit from us, that helps us to make profit from the crypto market by buying crypto using our USDT, that is our trade capital, which will be in our exchange, be it Binance, Coinbase, Hobby, Binance, Hobby, KuCoin. They have like 8 of them. So we don't give our money to RoyalQ. Our money stays in these exchanges, safe and secured. So what we do, we connect our robots to these exchanges so that our robots will be trading in the exchange. So what we are only seeing in the robot accounts is just like records. So once you open your app, your RoyalQ app, what you are seeing there are records. The main trades are ongoing in your exchange. That is one of the reasons why we love this business. Our money stays with us, not with RoyalQ. RoyalQ, we just connect RoyalQ robots to our exchange. It helps us to trade in our exchange, buying coins. So even when the value of the coins are going down, the quantity of the coin still remains with you in your exchange. A coin can go down today and come up tomorrow. So that is why we love this business. Okay? So we connect the robot to our exchange to buy and sell and make profits for us. But sometimes crypto, like what we are experiencing now, perfect time to start trading. Perfect time to buy more quantity of the trade you're already in that is reducing in value. So in the cryptocurrency business, when coins are going down, that is when you have to expand your business, add more capital to your exchange. You're not giving the money to RoyalQ. You're increasing your portfolio, your crypto portfolio. You are buying more USDT to buy the dip. That is what this business is all about. You're not, please, you note, you are not supposed to add more business when you are making profit. In crypto business, you're not supposed to add more capital when you are making profit. That time you are making profit, you are not advised to add capital there. In crypto business, you are advised to add capital when you are not making any profits. So this, if it's the only thing you are taking from this Zoom meeting today, take it from this Zoom. In cryptocurrency trading business, you are supposed to add capital when market is dry. That is when you are supposed to introduce new money. Not when your robot is making profits for you. Not when everybody is smiling. No, don't introduce capital that time. Don't even register someone at that time when everybody is happy. When everybody is sad, quiet, that is when you are supposed to bring more people to come and do this business, because they will be coming with new capital to buy crypto at a cheaper price. So in the business, we start at least 120 to register to rent the robots for 1 year. We keep at least 50, 100, 200, 300, 400 as trading capital. When I started with 200 as my trading capital. Sorry. Now you're going to keep at least $20, $10, $15, $50, $100 in your RoyalQ account. We call it for gas fees. You have rented the robot to work for you. The robot uses fuel. But now the robot will only deduct from that your fuel some fractions from that your money you kept aside for gas fees. It will only reduce when the robot is making profits for you in your exchange. Remember, the robot does not have any right to withdraw money from your exchange. Both your trading capital and your profit stays in your exchange. The profit the robot is making for you, 100% stays in your exchange with you. Both your profits the robot is making, you'll be seeing the records in your RoyalQ, but the main money profit is in your exchange together with your capital. Okay, so someone will answer, if I need money, how do I get it? You get it, you don't withdraw as a trader, you don't withdraw in this RoyalQ business because your capital, your profit stays with you. If you need cash, you just sell from your profits. You sell. The same way you started when you bought, you also sell to get money back in your exchange or from your exchange, not from RoyalQ. The only money you keep in your RoyalQ is that 120 plus your gas fees. 120 plus your gas fees. Your gas fees can be as low as $10, $15, $20 and above. So the gas fee will only go down when the robot is making profits for you. The business runs for 1 year. That is, after 1 year, you're supposed to subscribe it for the next year. The good news, if you are hearing this today, is that we are entering the bull season of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency business is like farming business seasons. That's when to plant and when to harvest. Now is the planting season. We are planting crypto, Bitcoin, though it has increased to 72, but now it has reduced. I think Bitcoin touched 59,000 today. So it has retraced a little for better time for new investors to come in, to buy the dip, old investors to buy the dip. Just our topic today will be showing us how we can buy more quantity, how we can buy the dip through using RoyalQ. That is our today's topic, adding more margin calls. So that is the vision. The vision is we want to ride the bull season with RoyalQ. Some coins we do times 100, times 200, times 300, times 500. We want to enjoy it. We saw what happened in 2020, 2021. We want to enjoy it in 2024, 2025 because it happens every 4 years. So if you are here, you are early. We are in the planting season. But once Bitcoin starts pumping and hits 70, 80, 90, and we have entered harvesting seasons. That is not the time to put more money. No, that is time to take out profits and do your achieve and do your if it's car you want to buy land, builders, anyone. So that is the vision. The vision is not what profit do you make today or tomorrow. No, the vision is how am I going to enjoy the bull season of crypto that is between 2024/2025. That is the vision. The vision is not, I've started trading with $100. I'm seeing $85 in my Binance. With the 85 reduced finish. No, the vision is when when are you going to add more, to buy more margin calls, to buy more quantity as that your coin is going down, so that in the bull seasons, that when Bitcoin start hitting up, you're going to make huge profits. Now imagine you are making 20% on your trading capital. What is your trading capital? Is it $100? 20% in 100 and into $100 is what? Is how much? Is that what you want to make in the bull run? So what your focus should be is increasing your capital now that coins are down. That should be your priority now. Not about what, I did not make any money today. I did not make any money tomorrow. Coins are down. What you should be focusing on is how do I buy more quantity, accumulation? How do I accumulate more USDT and more crypto? How do I accumulate them? How do I, so I can buy more margin calls, I can buy more coins. That should be your focus now when coins are going down. Now you start talking about profit when coins start going up. It's just like a farmer going to the farm, he is in planting season. Farmer will start be complaining. You see a farmer complaining that he is not getting any fruit. He's not getting any fruit. How can you see a farmer? He knows that they are in planting season, and he will now start complaining that he is not harvesting any fruit. You cannot see a farmer like that. So take it. If you are hearing this today, get the right information. Cryptocurrency happens in seasons. We are using RoyalQ to trade. Anytime coins are volatile, we make profits. But sometimes coins will not be volatile. That time we don't, the robot does not make, the robot cannot make profit when coins are just going down, down, down without retracing up. The robot is never programmed. It's not programmed to sell in loss. No, it only sells in profits. So thank you for those that are joining us today. If you have any question, you can ask. Hello, Sherry.
All right. Do our new members have new members in the house? Please, do you have questions? You can put it on the chat box or signify and ask your question. Okay, so I believe that for the new members, we do not have question. So we'd like to go to the topic now. After the topic, we'll take general questions. George, please, you can continue.
Okay. Okay, since we don't have any question, please, if you are joining us, you can use the chat box and you can type if you don't want to unmute yours. If you don't want to speak with us, if you don't want to speak to us, you can just use the chat and type your question. So thank you. So our today's class is a practical class. We should be having up more than 50 participants in today's class, but some people, they are watching match now. So Spain is playing. They are watching match now. But tomorrow or this evening, this night, they will start complaining that they don't know how to add margin calls. They want to add more capital to their trade because their trade is going down. Yes, it's a perfect time to add capital. But we are organizing a Zoom now to teach you how to add capital. Zoom. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now so we can enter to this Zoom. See. Okay. Please, can you see my screen?
No. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So this account, this trade is the robot is trading this Dutch. It's a cycle. It's an isolated margin. The number of calls is 18. It's on minus 42 points. Minus 42 points. The return rate. But I want to add, and I just funded the account. I want to add more margin calls. I want to add more margin calls to it. Okay. Okay. So you can see my screen, right? So the first things first is to determine how many margin call you want to add to this trade. That is the first thing. And it boils down to your capital. I want to add $200 to this trade. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Hello. Okay. So you can see the
Yeah,
robot is
I
telling me that the call margin trigger price reach limit of number of buy-in. It means that my robot has bought all this margin, all my 18 margin that I set for this coin. But this coin is no more making profits for me again because the return rate. So let's check why. So people will come and say, I have been trading, but my robot stopped making profit for me since on the 12th. Today's date is 24. But my robot has stopped trading stopped making profit for me since on the 12th. I got this question yesterday. I asked the person, did you attend our last week Thursday Zoom? The person said no. So I told the person, I'm sorry, I can't attend to you. Okay? So this is the Zoom now. If the person is on this Zoom, the person will get the knowledge. Okay? So this question, someone will say, I have not been making profits since on the 12th. What happens? So when you go to your trade and you are seeing that the call margin trigger price is telling you reach limit of number of buy-in, means the robot has bought all your margin calls. Now we will check the number of the 18 margin calls I set for this trade. What is the coverage of the drop? This trade has dropped since I started this trade. This coin has dropped minus 42%. Let's see my 18 margin calls I set for the trade. What did it cover? How many percentage did it cover? So I hope we are together. So I'll go to my trade setting. Look at trade setting below. I'll click on the trade settings. Then I will go to my margin configuration. Yeah, margin configuration. So I don't know if with calculator there. I will plus or I will add all this my margin call drop percentage. 2.3 plus 2.3 plus 2.3 plus 2.3. So 1.3 plus 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 1.3. I hope someone is also doing it with me, so I will know. So if I do mistake, the person can correct me. 1.3. Oh, this person have. Oh, please, is anybody calculating it? Okay, see what we'll do. Let me calculate. Let me count the number of 1.3 I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 times 1.3. We have 18.2 plus 2.3 plus 2.3 plus 2.3 plus 2.3. So it will give me 27.4. So the question, if someone asks, I've been making profits, but my people stopped making profit for me since 2 weeks ago. So when you calculate your margin call drop, your robot is already telling you here that the reach limit of number of buy-in, it has reached the limit, meaning it bought all your 18 margin calls. But this trade has dropped to minus 42% since you started it. So you have to go and calculate What's your 18th margin, your 18, all the 18 margin calls, what is the total coverage? So you see, this my trade has covered only 24, that is minus 24%, 24.4% drop. So when I started the trade, as the trade was going down, it was buying my margin one by one, and I was making profit then. But when the trade now passed my margin, when it bought all my 18th margin call, which was around, my return rate was that time was around minus 27.4, my robot stopped buying margin calls for me again. So immediately my robot stopped buying margin calls for me again because it has reached the limit. It stopped making profits for me. So you see, that question you asked, I've been making profits since so time. My robot stopped making profits for me. This is your answer. Calculate your margin, your drop percentage. Calculate it. But some people, their switch on margin calls will be off. They will leave it like they will leave it, maybe mistakenly they have already off their margin calls. They will not get that error. Maybe their margin calls, the robot has not bought all the margin calls, all their margin calls they set. Maybe they set like 30 margin calls, but they have off their switch. So immediately you off your switch and this trade is going down, the robot is not buying margin calls for you. Automatically, it will not say and give you profits. So some people will leave their trade like this for 1 week, 2 weeks, and they will come and be saying, their robot is not making profit for them. Whereas they are the one that have off their switch on margin calls. They have off it. So the robot is no more buying margin calls. It's not buying the dip for them. So please, knowledge is power. You are on the Zoom today to get the knowledge. Your switch on margin call must always be on. It must always be on. So now it's giving us that it has bought all the margin calls. So we are going to add, the USDT I want to add to this trade is $200 USDT. $200 USDT. I want to add to this trade. So now the first things first is to determine how many out of the 200, how do I want to split it? So if I say, okay, out of the 200, I want to use $12, I can decide I want to use $11 to buy each margin. I can decide I want to use $12 to buy each margin. I can decide I want to use $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $20 to buy each of the margin. So is your decision. Anything you decide, divide it by 200, the money you want to add. So if you want to add $100, you will do, okay, if you want to use $12, you do $100 divided by 12. The number you get, that is the margin, the margins you want to add. So for me now, I want to add $200 to this trade, and I want to use $12 to buy each of the margin. So I will do 200. I will do 200 divided by 12. 200 is the money I want to add, the total money I want to add to this trade. Now, I will now do 12 is the money I decide the robot should use to buy each of the margin, the new margin I want to add. I want the robot to use at least $12 to buy each of them. So I will do 200 divided by 12. I will get 16, 16.6, so 16. So it means that this is my trade. I want to add 16 margin cost to it. So I'll go to my trade settings. Look at the margin call limit, 18. I will do 18 plus 16. So my new margin now will be 34. My new margin call limit will be 34. So immediately I add the margin call limit 34. I will go to my margin configuration. You will see that the remaining, my margin calls now have been added. Look at it, 19, 20, 21. So it has added to 34. I hope we are following. So the next thing to consider now is, okay, how do I get the times? I have to set the times for my 19 core. For my 19 core. So you already know how to get your times. You will do the $12 I want to use to buy each margin. Divide by my first buy amount. So what is the first buy amount? The first buy amount is $50. So I will do 12, which is the money I want the robot to use to buy each of the new added margin. 12 divided by $50, which is my first buy amount. Okay, so I'll be getting 0.24. So I'll put all of them 0.24, 0.24, 0.24, 0.24. So I'm putting 0.24 on the new added margin because I want the robot to use $12 each to buy each of the new margin calls I'm adding. Okay. So 0.24, 0.24, 0.24, 0.24. So this is how you do it, depending on the amount of USDT you want to add. Please, no mistake. Okay, so we have gotten the times. So from our 19th to our margin 34, the robot will be using $12 to buy each of the margin. Okay, so now it will not bring us to the drop percentage. It will now bring us to the drop percentage. Remember, I added 16 more margin calls, 16 more margin calls. So I'll click on show because I want to go back. Is that you click on save or you click on show? I'll click on show. So it will save that one first. So I'll click on save. I want to go out. I want to check my return rates. So this is my return rate. The current return rate is 42. 42.38, let us say 43. Okay, 43. What's my 18? This is my 18 margin. What it cover? Okay, please, I can stop my switch here. I can off my switch here because I'm still configuring, so it will not just go and buy. Let me finish first, then I'll on it back. Okay, so 43 minus, remember, my 18 margin calls covered minus 27 before, 27% before drop. So what my 18 margin calls I started with on this trade covered only minus 27%. But now this coin has dropped to minus 42. So let's say 43. So I want to cover the remaining. So I will do 43 minus 27. So 16%. 16% is what my robot, my capital was not able to cover. So now I will not just set for this 16% because this trade can still go to like 50 or 60%. It can still reduce to 50. This return rate, this coin can still fall down to like 50 or 60. So if I don't have any view, I don't have any view of increasing more money to this trade in the nearest future, I can say, okay, let me cover 60%. For this Dutch, let me cover 60%. Or I can decide, okay, let me cover 50. Before it will reach 50, I must have gotten another money to add to this trade. So I hope you are following this pure personal decision. Okay? So it's depending on you. It's depending if you say, this 200 is what I want to add, though. I'm not getting any other money in the nearest future to add to this trade. So I might say, okay, let me cover 60%. But if, okay, in the next 1 week, I might get another money. Let me cover like 50 or 45. Okay, so I hope you are getting the point. Okay, so because of I want the trade to trade fast, I will cover like 40, I will cover like 50. I will cover like 50% because I want my drop. I don't want my drop rate, my drop percent range to be bigger. I don't want my drop percent range to be bigger. I want it small so the robot can buy faster. You understand? Because if you say you want to cover 100% now, okay, let's say I want to cover 100%. I will do 100% minus the 27 that my robot has covered before. So I will get 73. I will now do, that is the 73% is what I want to set for now. I want to set for 73 now. So, and I added only 16 margin calls. So I will do 73 divided by 16. I'll be getting 4.5. Now, I will go to my trade settings. I will go to the margin configuration. From the 19th, I will now change it to 4.5, 4.5 down. So you see, before this trade will drop to 4.5%, it might delay. I might not be seeing the impact. Okay. So now I will say I want to cover 50%. I want to cover 50%. Let's see what 50% will give us. So let me do 50% minus 27, which I've covered before. I will get 23. 23 divided by 16, I will get 1.4. So each of my reduction, if this trade reduced by 1.4, my 19, it will buy the 19, it will start buying. So 1.4 is kind of fair. 1.4 if I'm covering 50% reduction on Dodge. But because of I might not be adding more capital to these trades nearest. So let me cover for like 55%. So let me do 55 minus 27, which I've covered before. So I have 28 to cover for now. So 28 divided by the number of margin calls, newly margin calls I want to add, which is 16. I will get 1.75. So at least that one is kind of fair. So I will go to my newly added margin. I will set it 1.75, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75, 1.75. Okay, so I will now click, I will confirm, I'll click sure, and I'll click save. Okay, so I will now switch on my margin call. Okay, so it will buy the next one at 0.11631. Okay, so it should trigger the next cell. Okay, so is there any question? Any question? I will do another example. I'm going to do another example, but let's take questions. Let's take questions. So if you followed the teaching, if you have any question, you can go ahead. Okay, Bashir, please start with the next example. Okay, but let's see, is there any other question before we start from another example? I hope you are following. Please feel free to answer because you can chat it. Please, I'm still confused about the division. Okay. Is there another one? We are going to do another example again. So, but let's take all the questions. So I will know what I will focus on the next example. Please feel free. Please feel free. We are all team members. Feel free to chat your question. If you cannot use the chat, just click on this reaction. At the bottom, you see some icons. Click on reaction. Reaction, then you click on raise hand. Click on raise hand. You'll be asked to unmute your mic so you can speak to us. If you can't chat, use reaction. Okay, Victor. Victor, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon. I don't know the time zone there. Thank you for the explanation and everything. But currently, I just purchased this robot today, and I seem confused, totally confused with the algorithms and the math and everything, the division and everything. So I don't know if it's possible, like a beginner. If it's possible, like a beginner, like after activated, I bond my robot with my Binance and everything. So how do I configure this stuff? Because maybe I didn't start from the beginning. I actually want to know. Maybe with the next example, you can just start it slowly and just show us, maybe a few of us that stay confused, how we can set this, how we can start with it. I don't know if you understand.
Okay, Victor. If you are just getting started today, I think you should go through our YouTube channel. We have the starter. We have a Zoom recording like this where we did margin configuration. I think that today's Zoom is about adding more margin. So today's Zoom is not a basic Zoom. You understand? So you might not understand it now. You might not understand today's Zoom until you watch the main basic of margin configuration, where we explain the margin drop percentage, where we explain the times and how to calculate it and all that. So I believe if you watch that margin configuration Zoom, then you come back and watch this Zoom, because this Zoom is recorded. It will be uploaded to the YouTube channel too. So if you watch that one first, we have two versions. If you watch the version 1, you don't understand. Watch the version 2. It's just a duplicate Zoom. Watch the version 1. Watch the version 2. You get it. Then when you come back to this Zoom, you will not get it well. So this Zoom is just like for partners that are already trading and they want to add more margin calls to their trade.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hi, Victor.
Okay.
Usually your upline is going to be responsible for you when you are just starting, because you said you just activated your robot. So I don't know who your upline is, but they are supposed to teach you, the basic, and also
Okay.
be for you. So please also get back to your upline, and yeah, also follow up on the videos too. But your upline is going to do that, guide you.
Okay. No problem. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks.
Okay. So we have Iyanacho Chinedu. Please, I'm still confused about the division. Okay. In the next example, I'm going to talk more on the division. Okay. Emmanuel, I'm totally confused, bro. This is my first meeting here. Okay, like I said, this is your first meeting as a partner or as a prospect. Emmanuel, I don't know if you can unmute yourself. Are you joining us for the first time or you have already started trading? Okay. Okay, I think this Udoka's prospects. Emmanuel, like I told our speaker or the person that asked question now, we have our YouTube channel. Go there, watch the Zoom topic on margin configuration. If you don't watch that Zoom, if you don't get the knowledge about margin configuration, you cannot understand today's topic. Today's topic is for partners already trading. You understand? It's for partners already trading and they want to add more money to their trades. So you need to understand what margin configuration is all about. And we have two different episodes of that Zoom. So on our YouTube channel, if you watch it, you can watch the two version, you will understand it. Then you now come back to today's Zoom and watch it. Okay? So Cordelia, please, I'm still confused on the calculations. Please, if you can still repeat the calculations again. Yes, I'm going to take one more example. Okay, so that is all.
Yes,
Okay, that is
sir.
all. So,
That works. So,
eh?
Oluchi,
You
you
say?
skipped. Oluchi said, "How can I learn all this as a prospect because it's strange and new to me?"
Okay, Oluchi, how do they used to say it? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. The robot is like a plane, it's like a car. You understand? The first when you before you start driving, you go for you go for theory class first. You will not be understanding those theory class until when you now start, when they now take you into the car and now tell you that okay, on this, do that, you start getting it. So now you have not activated your robot, you have not registered, you have not registered to even download the robot app so you can see the app. So I don't think you follow with this topic of today. But all you need to know, this everything I said today is something that you can do. That is just take it. Everything I said today is something you can do when you have the robot with you. Once you have the app with you, it's something you can do. We have videos, we have simple videos of what to click and what not to click, what to set. So once you register, activate your robot, your upline will give you the video, your upline will put you through. We have also videos, all these trainings, we have the videos on our YouTube channel. At your own free time, you can still go and watch. So by the time you do your first trade, your upline puts you through, you do your second trade, third trade, you see before you have done like 20 trades, setting of margin calls will not be a problem if you are committed. Adding more margin calls will not be a problem if you are committed. Okay? So do you have any other question before I take the second example? So should I go ahead?
Yes, please carry on.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, then we'll take the second example. Okay. So this is my trades. Solana. Okay. Okay. I'm coming now. coming. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is my Solana trade. It has bought 14 margin calls, which is what I said. And it has stopped giving me profit because the trade has reduced. My return rate here is minus 33. So it's telling me that which it has bought all my set margin calls, all my 14 margin calls. It has bought them finish. Okay? So it's not telling me that that is why it has stopped making profits for me, because of the return rate is minus 33, and definitely my 14 margin calls that was set initially could not carry up to minus 33. So just to confirm, let's confirm what my 14 margin calls carried. 2.3, I have 2.3 times 4, which is 9.2. 1.3, I have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1.3 times 10 is 13 plus 9.2. So what I said could only cover 22.2. 22.2 reduction. 22.2 drop in the trade on the trade. That is what my 14 margin calls that I set could cover. Now, my return rate is minus 33. So that is why this robot have stopped making profits for me. So now I want to add $200 to this sold trade. And I want to use $12 to buy. So those that say they don't understand the division, it's simple. I want to use 200. This $200 is what I want to introduce to this trade. So if we break $200 by 12, I want to use $12 to buy each of the margin calls I want to add. So it's normally you do how many times with 200 with $12 go into how many times with $12 go into $200. That is the division. Let me take it again. I want to add $200 to this trade. That is the total money I want to add to this trade, but I want to spread it. So I want the robot to use $12 from this 200 I want to add to buy each of the margin calls. So we are dividing it because we need to get the new margin calls I want to add. So how many margin calls do I want to add? That is the first thing you will consider. So if I'm introducing $200 and I want the robot to use $12, okay, let me use 50. Let me introduce, so you get let me do a different calculation so you get it clear. I want to introduce $100 to this trade, and I want the robot to use $11 to buy each of the margin. The capital I want to introduce to this trade is $100. So I want the robot to use $11 each to buy each of the new margin I want to add. So I hope you are following. Okay. So I will do $100 divide by 11. $100 is the total money I want to add to this trade. 11 is the money I want the robot to use to be buying each of the new margin calls I want to add. So I will do 100 divided by 11. I will get 9. I'm dividing it because I need to know how many margin calls am I adding. I need to know how many margin calls I'm going to add. I need to know how many margin calls I'm going to add. That is why I divided. I'm checking how many times will $11 go into the capital I want to add. So some people will say, why did I use 11? The smaller the amount, the more margin calls you'll be adding. If I say I want to use $50 or $20, if I do 100 divided by 20, I'll be getting 5. 100 divided by $20, I'll be getting 5. It means that I'm adding only 5 margin calls. I hope you are following. So the lower money, since I'm using $11 now, I'm going to add 9 margin calls. So that is the division we did to get the newly margin calls we want to add. So I'm adding 9 margin calls because I'm using $11 to buy each of the 9 margin calls, which will give us $100 in total. You understand? So if we do 100 divided by $11, we'll get 9.09. So 14 was here before. My initial margin call limit was 14. So I'm going to do 14 plus 9. I will get 23. So my margin call limit now will be 23. I hope we understood the division I did here to get the margin call limits. Depending on the money you want to add, divide by the margin, the money you want to break the total money you are adding into. I hope we are following. We did that division because we don't want the robot to just use the $100 to buy one margin calls. No, we wanted it to break it into pieces. Maybe the robot should use $11 to buy each of the 9 margin calls. So we want to add 9 new margin calls to this trade because we use 11. So if I say, no, I don't want to use 11, I want to use 12, I will do 100. I will do $100, which is the total capital I want to add, divide by 12. 12 is the money I want the robot to use to buy each of the margin. I will get 8.3. So I will use 8. So if I do 8 plus that 14 that was here before, I will get 22. So I'll put 22. I hope we are following. 22. So, okay, let's say we use 12. So we are using $12 to buy each of the margin. Okay, so we have added 8 margin calls to our 14 to give us 22. So you don't stop here. You must enter the margin configuration. Take note of the first buy-in amount, which is $50. So we enter margin configuration. So in margin configuration, the margin that we added started from the 15 call. It started from this 15 call. So for us, we are using 12. For we to get the times, for you to get the times, you are going to use the USDT you want the robots to use to buy this margin. Divide by your first buy amount. We have taught that one. So if you don't know any formula we use here, please go back to our YouTube channel and watch margin configuration. So it's a topic on its own. So we are using $12 divided by 50. So we'll get 0.24. 0.24. 0.24. If you don't get this calculation, this division we did to get times, we have a topic we did, a Zoom meeting we did only on margin times. Go to the YouTube channel, you see the video. That Zoom was done only for margin times. So if you don't understand how I got this 0.24, go to YouTube channel and watch the Zoom on margin times multiple buy-in ratio. Go to the Zoom, you'll see it. Click on our video. You will see multiple buy-in ratio. If you don't understand how I got this 0.24. Okay. So we'll click on show or save. We'll click on save show to check the percentage drop. I don't know. We covered how many? 22, right? We covered 22 before. So our return rate is 33.4. So let's use 34. Our return rate is 34 minus what we covered before, 22. So we are getting 12. We are getting 12. 12%, 12% drop. 12% drop. So we can just do it that instead of 33, let's cover 35 in case this trade thing goes down. In case this trade thing goes down, let's cover up to 35% return rate. So we'll do 35 minus what we covered before. Our 14 margin cost covered only 22% drop. So we are going to cover another 13%. We are going to cover another 13%. This stuff has already bought. Okay. We are going to cover another 13%. Okay. So we added 8 margin cost to it, and we are covering 13%. So how do you share your 13 into 8? How do you share 13% into 8 margin cost? You do 13 divided by 8. You get 1.625. So we can just use 1.6. So you go to the margin configuration. For our 15th, we'll put 1.6, 1.6, 1.6, 1.6, 1.6, 1.6, 1.6, 1.6. So these are I've added $100 to this my trade. So I'll click on save. I'll click on show. I'll click on save. Then I will now on my margin switch. So that is it. Thank you. You can answer your question now.
Alright, please let's ask questions before we round up today's Zoom. Do you have questions? You can unmute yourself, or you can use the chat box to ask your questions before we round up now. Thank you. Questions can come in, please. Okay. Crypto Whale said this 0.24 will not be allowed to enter on iPhone. Crypto Whales, I believe that you're already a member and we have addressed this. iPhone cannot use 2 decimal points. iPhone can only use 1. So you know what to do. You get the settings for 1 decimal. My question is, how many percent drop do each margin call covers? Leader George, please, there's a question on the chat box.
Okay. Uh, is how many percent to each margin call? My question is how many percent drop do each margin calls cover? How many percent drop to each margin call cover? I don't understand your question. How many percent drop? How many percent drop do each margin calls cover? One margin call can cover up to, I think it's 100%. Yes, 99%. You can set on one margin call. Let me share my screen. So if you go to your settings, your margin calls, these are your margin calls. Each one can cover up to 99. I think 100 is not allowed. So each margin calls can cover 99, at least the highest is 99% drop. You can set the highest. But if you put 99, I don't know why you're answering that question. Can you wait for a trade for if as this coin, as this trade is here now, as this coin is here now, can you wait for the return rate to reduce by another 99% before it will buy your 16th, that is your next margin call? So I don't know why you're answering. If you can use the chat, unmute yourself so you can answer your question well, let's understand. Okay, sorry, what I mean is when the robot buys margin 1 to 4, like how many drop in that coin as the full margin covers? That's what I'm answering. And depending on margin 1 to 4, you add it now, you add the drop. That is, you add the drop for you to know how many it has covered. Let me share my screen. When you go to your trade settings, click on margin configuration. If you want to know how many percent drop your margin 1 to 4 has covered, you add the percentage here, 2.3 plus 2.3 plus 2.3 plus 2.3. That is what you know. That is how you know how many percentage drop your margin 1 to margin 4 can cover. So you sum up your first score, second score, third score, fourth score, add them together. So you know what your margin 1 to 4 has covered for you. So that is it. So is there any other question? So do we have any other question? Okay.
Yeah,
You
so
don't
we
share,
have
you can take it.
another question. Our Zoom days and time is Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. You always find us on Zoom here to come and gain knowledge. If you are new, you do not have an activated robot. Yes, I know all this seem like magic, but it is something that your plan is going to put you through, and we here in the community will guide you. So if you are new, you do not have an activated robot, you like to get started on this amazing cryptocurrency business, you like to get started using the robot. This robot has been in existence since 2021. We've been using this robot since 2021. Please get back to the person that invited you to this Zoom. They'll send you a link. You use the link to register, and then they'll guide you on how to activate your robot and also add you to our WhatsApp group where you start to learn how to trade. They'll also put you through on how to trade, and then you can start attending our Zoom meetings and getting the knowledge. Yes, like I said earlier, the whole thing seems like magic. The whole thing seems like something that is very, very intense and confusing, but it is not. It's very simple um, when you learn the basics. So our Zoom days on time, Mondays and Thursdays, you always meet us here. Try as much as possible to attend Zoom meetings, and if you miss Zoom for anything, please watch the recordings. It helps a lot, a lot. Some things you think you know, and when you watch the Zoom or when you attend Zoom meetings, it broadens your knowledge. So please always try to attend Zoom meetings, and when you miss it, please watch the recordings. It really, really, really helps. Yeah, I know the market right now is a bit strange to some people, but that's what crypto is about. Crypto will be crypto. They will want to shake you away from the market. Don't lose your position, hold your position. We're all in deep. Open more margins. Like today's topic is all about, continue to buy at cheaper prices. When you're opening more margins, you're not giving me your money, you're not giving RoyalQ your money, you're not giving anybody your money. A lot of you like to basically just complain about, oh, uh, I cannot put more money into the business. Just continue to buy more margins, continue to put money. It enables you buy at cheaper prices so that when that's your particular coin you are trading starts to pump, you make more money. So for A and B, if me I add more margins and you do not add more margins, once the same coin we are trading in starts to pump, I'll make more money than you because I bought more quantity at a cheaper price and you didn't buy. So yeah, that's just basic idea of cryptocurrency trading. You're not giving the money to anybody, it's still your money. The money is still in your portfolio. So thank you so much for attending and always attending our Zoom meeting. Thank you so much for always seeking knowledge. I'll see you on Thursday and have a very good week ahead. Continue learning and continue earning. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.
Good night to